Don't just take our word for it. Check out what our clients are saying about working with the Dan Gemus Real Estate Team.
You know, I got to thank you for being a voice of reason in a sea of insanity. I really appreciate what you and your teams do.
Visit dangemus.com. And now, filling in for Dan Gemus, it's your host, Joyce Blackmere.
For tuning in today, everyone. We really appreciate you more than you can even imagine. I always say there's lots more to come on the show, but there's not that much. So I know it. We get to the end so fast. Kath, you've got the winner for the Richmond Popcorn Company. Who do we got?
I do. Today we have Deb Deschamps.
Yay. Congrats. That's $50 for the Richmond Popcorn Company. The studio will be in touch with how to redeem that. Congrats, Deb. So we have a listener comment that came in this week, and I think that it would be good to address it, because I think that when one person's thinking about something, more people than
Always.
Just that one, right?
Always.
Like we need to take that into consideration. So the comment was, something along the lines of, my previous agent didn't personally conduct any showings at the property, which raised some concerns for me about the level of direct involvement and effort being put into selling my home themselves as the listing agent. So we need to take into consideration a couple of different things, I think, right? So the marketing is meant to cast a broad net to attract as many qualified buyers as possible. And oftentimes we attract more than qualified buyers. We attract unqualified buyers as well.
Yes.
So, when we take into account the unqualified buyers, the people who are interested because they like the location or they like what it looks at, but maybe, for example, it doesn't have the right number of bedrooms or bathrooms. One, I guess, a rebuttal we might have for interest in property might be that, there's 4 bedrooms, but 2 are on the top and 2 are on the bottom, which doesn't work for all families, right? So we have to sort of sift and sort with the client. Maybe it's out of their price range. Maybe the floor plan doesn't work. So we don't want to bring unqualified buyers through the property. And that's something that we work really hard on the team to make sure that, when you're preparing your home to show, it's work, especially when you have kids or you have pets. It doesn't even matter if you don't have kids or pets. It's still a lot of work to keep it show ready all the time. And so we want to make sure when we're bringing people through that it fits the bill. Another thing to keep in mind too, I would say, is that in Windsor and Essex County, we have 1,600 realtors approximately, that have clients that are looking in certain price ranges or certain homes. So even if it does work and it is they are qualified buyers, it's not always going to come to the listing agent. More than 80%, like 95% of buyers are working with agents. And if they want to get into a house on the MLS system, they need to do so with the assistance of an agent. And so with 1,600 agents, it's not always going to be the listing realtor that gets that call, right? We have a system that we use as realtors that allows new properties to go out to people that are looking in specific price ranges or locations or require certain amenities in the house. And when a property hits the market, all those buyers are instantly notified of that new listing. So they're going to reach out to whoever their agent is. And we get tons of calls in the office for our listings and tons of questions. But again, it goes through that whole sifting and sorting process as well. So, sometimes it doesn't fit the bill. Sometimes it does. It's just part of how it goes. So it's not always the listing agent that's going to be the one showing the property. Of course, they want to, and they will every opportunity they have, right? It just doesn't always work out that way, especially with the number of realtors on our board. I would say I can't remember what year it was, but pre-pandemic we had like 900 realtors on the real estate board. So on the Windsor and Essex County Association of Realtors, like 9 or 950, I'm guessing approximately. But now we're up around that 1,600 mark. So it's really, really grown a lot, as the area has too. So that's something, that we've really kept an eye on, and it's been amazing to see how much the membership has grown over the years. That's for sure.
You made a good point when you said we don't just show it to anybody. When we do our listing presentations, we tell our sellers, we pre-qualify buyers. And we want to make sure they're pre-qualified financially, but we also want to make sure, like you said, we're not wasting everybody's time.
Yeah.
And get the house ready. And as soon as the buyer walks in, they go, oh, the kitchen doesn't look over the backyard so I can see my kids, or there's not enough parking or whatever. So that's why we pre-qualify people.
Yeah.
And there's so much that goes on behind the scenes. Don't ever think just because we are not coming and showing your property that there isn't all kinds of marketing going on for it, both out of town and locally.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Other realtors call us with all kinds of questions for their buyers. So it's not sitting stagnant, and we're not just sitting on our hands doing nothing just because we aren't there to show it ourselves.
No.
And our goal is to get it sold for you, whether it's us that shows it or John Bound from ABC Realty shows it.
That's why we cooperate. Yes,
that's right.
Exactly. Yeah, some great points there for sure. If you ever have questions about the market, what you need to do first, the chicken or the egg? Do I sell first? Do I buy first? What's happening with interest rates? What's happening in general? Reach out to us. We cover all of Windsor and Essex County. You can find us at dangemus.com. You can call us 7 days a week at 519-566-5565. And I just want to make a quick reference to a text I got from Rob Asepi from Amerispec Home Inspections. I said let's create our team, right? Have a realtor you can trust, have a lawyer you can trust, have a lender you can trust, but you need to also have a home inspector that 100%. You can trust as well. So sorry, yes, my bad, Rob. But yes, you do need to have that home inspector as well, right? You can do a pre-offer inspection, and or a condition of inspection, just depending on what the market allows for at that time. And it's an important part of the process as well. And
especially now in this current market, conditional offers are a lot more popular.
Yeah, right now. So far, so good. And we're appreciating that opportunity where it's not quite as hectic as it was a couple of years ago. So that's definitely benefit to buyers and sellers to make sure that the deals not just go together, but they also stay together as well. Listen, we're all out of time, Kath.
I just want to say, please call us for some tickets to Country at Heart. Please call us to come and pick up a door prize. We'll pick up, there's nothing too small or too big. We'll come and pick up a door prize and come out and have some fun and support an awesome cause.
Yes. You can find more information at countryatheart.ca. And you can reach out to Dan or I, reach out to the office, reach out to any of our amazing agents, and we would love to come and see you. All right. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. We're back tomorrow between 12 and 1. Dan's back in the hot seat. So we'll see you then. Have a great day.
Have a great day.